Hello and welcome back to Locator Gaming. I'm continuing on with the Dunwich Legacy campaign for Arkham Horror, the living card game. It's just called Arkham Horror the card game is the actual name of the game. So after last time, I had 3 experience points to spend. So for Zoe, I think I might have, I can't remember what card I took out now. Maybe it was both of the guard dogs. And I got a brother Xavier. He is a +1 willpower. Brother Xavier can be assigned damage and or horror dealt to other investigators at your location. And when Brother Xavier is defeated, I can deal 2 damage to an enemy on my location. So you can try to time that. And then I got a beat cop. Just helps her fight. And this is an upgraded beat cop. So this beat cop, you can exhaust the beat cop to deal 1 damage. And you deal 1 damage to the beat cop, and that deals damage to the enemy location. I think the level 0 beat cop, you have to discard it if you want to do that ability. So we'll shuffle those 2 in for Zoe. So she's still just going, primarily fighty, stabby with her chef knife. And for Rex, I spent all 3 on higher education. So this is a permanent card. I don't think I've ever played with a permanent card before. So my understanding is it comes out at the beginning and it stays out there. It can't be discarded by any card effects or anything. And he's going to want to have 5 or more cards in his hand to be able to spend resources to boost his willpower and to boost his intellect for skill tests. So that's not great actually with the weakness that Rex has. But we'll just try to maintain a high hand count. I mean, I could come to regret that based upon because he's got that weakness that makes him, I think, discard down to 1 card. So that's not great. So this is the other scenario from the Dunwich Legacy Deluxe box, I think they're called. So not one of the little Mythos packs, but one of the actual boxes. So it's the first two scenarios in the Dunwich Legacy campaign, and you actually get to choose which one you do first. And I chose the other one first, and now we're on The House Always Wins. Dr. Armitage suggested you track down his associate, Dr. Francis Morgan. He's not sure whether Dr. Morgan is in trouble, but he's not particularly happy with his colleague's present choice of company. He's in the Clover Club, a notorious gambling joint somewhere downtown. Finding the club's exact location isn't easy. You have to grease a few palms just to learn which of the downtown restaurants operates as the club's front. That restaurant is La Bella Luna, a somewhat upscale Italian eatery by the theater. You change into your Sunday best and make your way there. In front of La Bella Luna stands a man in pinstripe suit who sizes you up as you approach. Enjoy yourselves, he says with a snake-like grin as he holds open the restaurant's front door. So, for the setup, I had to gather The House Always Wins. So that's the scenario-specific cards, includes those and the locations and whatnot. Bad Luck, Naomi's Crew, and Rats. So Rats is actually from the core set, the core box. Then I had to set aside Hideous Abominations and Striking Fear encounter set. So I've got those off to the side, and Striking Fear is also from the core set. So they're reusing some cards, which is nice. We've got the Clover Club Lounge, the Clover Club Bar, and the Clover Club Card Room, and La Bella Luna, the restaurant, in play. Each investigator begins play at the restaurant. So we'll take a peek at that when we start. And the Clover Club Pit Boss goes into play at the Clover Club Lounge. So he's here at the lounge. And we set aside the Darkened Hall, Peter Clover, Dr. Francis Morgan, and each copy of Back Hall Doorway. And then we shuffle the encounter deck. At the start of the scenario, Agenda 1A grants each criminal enemy the aloof keyword, which stops those enemies from automatically engaging you. At some point, these enemies may lose the aloof keyword. Remember that enemies are no longer aloof I'm reading too fast. Remember that enemies who are no longer aloof will automatically engage investigators at their location as per normal. So that's everything in there until we get to a resolution. So let's take a peek at these agendas, or the agenda and the act. 1A, the Clover Club. You've entered the Clover Club Casino in search of Dr. Morgan. The club is bustling at this late hour, filled with patrons looking to relax and drink, or make it big. You don't appear to be in much danger. Each criminal enemy gains aloof, which you already told us, and forced. If an investigator deals damage to a criminal enemy, immediately advance. And then we've got 4 Doom will advance the agenda. And now the act, which I can see right away. 4 clues per investigator, that's a lot. So we need 8 clues. Beginner's luck. You need to find Dr. Morgan. The club is packed. Perhaps somebody knows where he is. When you reveal the chaos token, you may treat that token as if it were any other token in the chaos bag. If you do, remember that you have cheated. Group limit once per round. Okay. When the investigators have collected the requisite number of clues, they must immediately spin them in advance. So you have to remember that you have cheated. How long do we have to remember that? Like the entire scenario? Okay, I made sure to pile shuffle the encounter deck this time. And we're going to give it another little shuffle here. I made sure to shuffle it really good when I was setting up, because I was like, last time I'm not entirely certain it was shuffled pre-game. Okay, let's take a look at La Bella Luna. La Bella Luna was a multi-purpose establishment. All right, so we could get a couple clues here pretty quickly. Resign, that was a bust, so we can always resign here. And we would get the no resolution. Shroud of 2, 2 total clues, 1 per investigator. Put a couple of our magnifying glasses on there. And let's take a look at the Clover Club Pit Boss. So he's a criminal, so he's aloof. He's also a hunter, and I looked this up. And I'm pretty sure that hunters still move towards the investigators. They just don't engage because they're aloof. After an investigator at the Clover Club Pit Boss's location gains any number of clues, the Clover Club Pit Boss readies, engages that investigator, and makes an immediate attack. So we do not want to investigate while he is at the same location as us. So he's going to move next round, so we need to investigate these clues fairly quickly. Maybe let him move and then we move away from him and see what the happenings are down here. I think that's everything for setup. So now I'm just going to give these another quick press through and shuffle, and we'll draw our... Oh, you know what we need? We need some money to spend. It's always important. Money to spend. All right. One, two, three, 4, 5. Inquiring mind. Commit to a skill test only if there's a clue at your location. So that's the 3. Emergency cash. Deduction gets us an additional clue. We got 2 inquiring minds. And a ward of protection. I don't know. I think I might keep deduction and... I mean, inquiring mind might ensure that his ability triggers to get both of the clues. It's also 3 wild for just any kind of skill test. Doesn't have to be an investigation. think I keep deduction to try to get both of these clues because of the issue that I was talking about earlier, trying to get those off before the pit boss comes over. He is a victory point as well. We got Dr. Milan Christopher and another deduction. We got think on your feet. To play when an enemy would spawn in your location, immediately move to a connecting location. So Dr. Milan Christopher, he's definitely going to come out. And an unexpected courage. All right. All right, Zoe, we are digging for stuff. We're digging for assets. So Rex also has the ally that we got last time. I'm blanking on the name. Professor Rice. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a machete. Dynamite blast and prepared for the worst. I mean, double or nothing. Is that thematic? Elusive, disengage from each enemy engaged with you and move to a revealed location with no enemies. Dynamite blast would almost take care of the pit boss, but then the aloof keyword would be gone. I don't know if there's any other criminals in the deck anywhere. Elusive seems good. Prepared for the worst is nice, but we've already got machete. I don't know if dynamite blast, if we need that right now, double or nothing. Even elusive. I might want to just keep digging. Try to get maybe a beat cop for a +1 as well. I think I'm just going to dig. I'm going to hold on to the machete because I'm not crazy. Oh, I got to shuffle these back in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got a dodge, we got a guts, unexpected courage, and a if it bleeds. After you defeat a monster enemy, each investigate your location heals horror equal to that enemy's horror. I think we had a better hand before the mulligan. Yeah, I should have kept that one that would let me maybe dig for the 45 also. Okay. And we got to put these back in. So I think I got the plan for the first couple turns anyway, because I have no idea. This is the first time I've ever played this scenario. No idea what to expect or what's coming. All right, good enough. So we're gonna have Rex pay 4 for the good doctor. Then we will investigate. So let's take a peek at our card here. So skulls are -2. You can spend 2 resources to treat this as a 0 instead. The cloak is a -3. If you succeed, gain 3 resources. Oh, it's like you're gambling. And the tablet is -2. If you fail, discard 3 resources. That's neat. So what are we up by? It's a shroud of 2. We're up by 5 with Dr. Milan Christopher. And I'm going to play a deduction just to... Well, maybe not. I've got 2 actions left. Maybe not. So I'm up by 3. All right, and then I succeed by more than 2, so his ability triggers, so we get both of those. One more action. Oh, Dr. Milan Christopher, after I successfully investigate, I get a resource. What do I want to do with my last one? I want the club pit boss to move over there. So Rex is definitely going to stay there. It's not like my hand is cost heavy right now. I think we draw a card. Laboratory assistant. She's not better than the good doctor, though. And you can only have 1 ally. When I get some experience points, I can buy a charisma. Is that in this set? I think it is. Yeah. Okay, so Zoe will move as her first action to the Clover Club Lounge. Comfortable leather couches, mahogany furniture, and an array of beautiful art greets gamblers, tempting them into the life of the would-be affluent. 0 clues. While it is Act 1, Clover Club Lounge gains. Discard an ally asset from your hand. Gain 2 clues from the token pool. Hey! Laboratory assistant. Guess where you're going, ma'am? That was 1 action. I feel like Zoe would go to the bar for her second action. The shelves behind the bar sag beneath the weight of all manner of bootleg drinks. Cheap ales, moonshine, expensive bottles of wine, aged whiskey. If only you had a couple of hours to kill. Oh, another 0. While it is Act 1, Clover Club Bar gains. Spend 2 resources to gain 2 clues from the token pool and draw 2 cards. Remember that you have had a drink. Limit once per game. The other one I don't have to remember anything, and I can only do that once per game also. Oh, I bet we have to do all 3 of these things probably. Don't we? Okay. Well, she's gonna do it. Oh, is she? Maybe we start with that next time. Let's actually get her machete out. We should play assets early in the game. Build our character. Right. All right, that's the end of the investigator phase. Enemies with the hunter keyword move towards the investigator, but this is prey with highest intellect, highest book value. So he's going to move over here. Doesn't engage because he's aloof. And that's the end of their turn. Then we reset. I mean, Dr. Milan Christopher. Oh, you know what? Was he FAQ'd? He might have to exhaust. Or that might be the taboo. I think that's the taboo of his card. Okay, so we readied. Now we're going to get our resources and draw cards. I think we actually are supposed to draw cards first, because it might matter for some weaknesses. She got a ward of protection, or he got a ward of protection, and she gets another unexpected courage. Help with some skill tests, and then 1 and 1. Okay, we go to the top of the round. Put on a doom. Rex is our lead investigator, so he's going to get the first card. Curse to Luck, Omen, Revelation. Put Curse Luck into play in your threat area. You get -1 skill value during skill tests. Forced, after you succeeded a skill test by 1 or more, discard Cursed Luck. Okay. He's the one who thinks he's got bad luck anyways, I think. Twist of Fate, Revelation. Reveal a random token from the Chaos bag. If you reveal an Elder symbol or positive number, nothing happens. If you reveal any other number, take a damage. If you reveal one of the symbols besides the Elder sign, take 2 damage. Now would be a good time. So I could cheat, right? But I'm maybe not going to do that yet. Hey! Elder sign. What do you know? What does his flavor of text on the back say? Something about he thinks he's cursed. Yeah, he thinks he's cursed. He can't put any fortune cards in his deck either because he just thinks he has bad luck or that he's been cursed or whatever. And it's Cursed Luck is the name of the card. Okay, so that was bad guy stuff. Now good guy stuff. I think we'll just start with Rex. So first move here. Second move will be to discard an ally. Thank you, Laboratory Assistant, doing your part to save everyone. And we gain 2 clues from the token pool. And he has another move left. We will move down here. Check out the card room. He's not the guy that should be in the card room. As you approach the card room, the clinking of poker chips and the shuffling of cards is punctuated by shouts of revelry and frustration. Your thoughts are nearly drowned out by the racket. This one has a lot of text on it. What does Act 1, Clover Club Card Room gain? Spend 2 resources. Reveal a random chaos token. If it's an Elder Sign symbol, gain 2 clues and 2 resources from the token pool. If it's an even number, gain 2 clues from the token pool. If it's an odd number, so this is where you would want to cheat, in the card room. Potentially. And you got to spend 2 resources to do it. So his first action was there, second action was to do that, third action was to move. All right, so he's actually done. And Zoe's about to spin. So it's Zoe's turn. She can spend 2 resources here. To gain 2 clues. And we have to remember that we've had a drink. You can only do it once per game. Oh, the card room's not limited to once per game. So you don't actually have to have a drink. You could just keep trying over here. To get the clues this way. Oh, well, we'll see what happens. Let's say we've had a drink. Do I want to have a drink? Or do I want to spend the 2 resources trying this? Try my luck. Yeah, sure. We'll say we had a drink. I have no idea what consequences it'll have. So Zoe's second action will be to move over here. And her third action... I guess we'll get a resource. We need resources to spend on this thing here. All right, bad guy turn. He moves back towards us. No fighting or anything, so back to us. Getting ready for next round. And we'll draw cards. Shortcuts. Use investigator to a location with investigator to a connecting location. It's a fast card too, so it doesn't count as an action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we will go from 3 to 4. From 2 to 3. And emergency cash. All right. So that's the end of the round. Doom token. He didn't do a skill test, so this is just still here. Place 1 doom on each criminal enemy at your location. If no doom was placed by this effect, lose 2 resources. Bummer. There's no criminal at my location. And over here, O'Bannon's thugs, human criminal syndicate. While O'Bannon's thug is engaged with you, you cannot gain resources. But he's aloof because he has the criminal keyword. Good thing that wasn't reversed, because then we'd have an extra doom. Okay. Back to us. So let's start with Zoe. We'll spend 2. So if it's an elder sign, we get 2 clues and 2 resources. That's like hitting a jackpot. If it's an even number, we gain 2 clues. If it's an odd number or any other symbol, nothing happens. So we're looking for an elder sign or an even number. Okay, we got the bad thing, so nothing happens. So our second action will be to gain a resource. And then we will spend 2 more resources and try again. What? Not this again. Okay, Rex Murphy's turn. No. So I think we'll get a resource for our second action and then move over here. I want the pit boss to follow him. That's a bummer. Okay, so bad guy turn, pit boss comes here. And no one's fighting. Everyone's just having a good time. The Clover Club. We ready, we ready. Oh no. Choose and discard all but 1 card from your hand. Deduction. He's already a pretty good investigator. if we keep Ward of Protection. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how much clue gathering we're going to need to do. We're keeping a deduction because we've got another Ward of Protection in the deck. All right, so Zoe's. No, we're on drawing, right? Another emergency cache. That's what she should have done. Instead of getting one resource, I should have played that card. That was dumb. And then they both get a resource. That was a mistake. Okay, back to the top of the round. We add a Doom. Bad cards. Surge, Revelation. Each player who has had a drink loses one action. Is that just for the round? Something in the drinks. Is that just for this round? You know what? I'm going to throw in a cut here and look this up real quick to see if it's the round or the rest of the game. Be right back. All right, that was fairly quick to find. It's for the round. So Zoe's down in action for the round. And it has Surge, so we have to draw another one. Cursed Luck. It does not say that these are limited to only one. Oh boy. Should have kept... No, I mulliganed those, didn't I? Or Unexpected Courage is what helped too. Oh boy. Now Zoe's card. Another Arousing Suspicion. Oh, we have to place a Doom. If no Doom was placed by this effect, lose 2 resources. But we can place a Doom on this Thug, which is fine. It doesn't say that it can advance the agenda, and we're already past the agenda advancing step. And it's going to advance anyways next time. So that's okay. Probably good timing there. Is our turn. Zoe's going to go first. Is that right? I might have Rex go first, because if I advance the act... Oh no, it's the agenda that has criminals gaining aloof. I don't want this pit boss engaging him. He has dodge. He just needs to not be at the same place at the end of the turn, right? Okay, we'll start with Zoe. So Zoe's first action, she only gets 2 actions because we just had to have a drink. She'll play Emergency Cache to gain 3. Then I'm immediately going to spend 2 on her second action to do the thingy here. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to cheat or not. It's an even number. Okay. Which is good. So that gets us our 7th and 8th clue, and we have to immediately turn in the 8 clues because of what it said on the act. And Zoe actually is done. After speaking to a number of gamblers and servers, it seems as though Dr. Morgan has had quite the run lately. Instead of cashing out his winnings, He was convinced to double down. He was last seen entering the guarded hall near the back of the card room. Put the set-aside darkened hall into play. Okay, the darkened hall connects to the card room. Back and forth. If it is Agenda 1, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a criminal enemy is discarded and spawn that enemy in the darkened hall. O'Bannon's Thug. Criminal. He's not a hunter. They don't have a whole lot of hit points, which is good. Okay, so that's all the information on there. Now Act 2A. Skin game. Dr. Morgan is somewhere in the private section of the club, where only VIPs and the club's managers are allowed. If you are to find him, you're going to have to sneak or even fight your way in. Objective. Only investigators in the VIP area may spin the requisite number of clues as they group to advance. We have to find the VIP area, I guess. Okay. Am I going to run out of table room? So we need 4 clues total. Rex is going to go 1, 2. We can't get clues from these things anymore because it's only when you're in Act 1 and we're in Act 2 now. Heavy oak door stands in a secluded corner of the club. As you approach it, the air grows heavy and the clamor of the card room fades behind you. Whoa, this thing connects to a lot of stuff. Force, when Darkened Hall is revealed, put into play the 3 set-aside back hall doorway locations. Yes. We're going to need to figure out how to do this. So, let's put La Bella Luna like way up over here. Just make sure we've got a threat area here for Zoe. She's going to need it. The lounge to the card room. The card room also goes to the bar. This thug is in the card room. We can go down to the darkened hall where Rex is. And so what are all these other locations that it connects to? It connects to here. We've got 3 back hall doorways. Hourglass symbol, we don't have that. The plus symbol. We don't have the plus symbol. And we don't have the squiggly little line. Am I missing a location? Oh, I bet these flip over into those, don't they? Yeah, okay. So they'll flip over into them. I get it. I gotcha, Arkham Horror. All right. This is why these directional arrows are pretty helpful. So, was that everything? When darkened hall is revealed, put into play the 3 set-aside back door hallway locations. Yes. So now I think we just choose one. We're still in that, so this guy's still aloof. And he's not a hunter, so I think we should get away from him. We'll move down here with our third action. Let's see what it says. Back alley, shroud of 1, but 2 clues per investigator. And we need a total of 4, and we have to be in the VIP area. It's too bad we could not have moved Zoe, because Zoe's going to have 2 people on her. So she's going to be fighting for a while up there. We better hope that Rex doesn't get jumped by somebody. Okay, so we're done. He's still hunting the highest intellect character, which is Rex. So he's going to come here. With Zoe. Not a hunter, and this guy's also not a hunter. Okay, so I think that's it for their turn. We still haven't damaged anybody, so we haven't needed to do any attacking because of the language on there. I'm glad this is a 1 shroud. We can probably beat this cursed luck, which is good. So I think that's cumulative, so I'm going to do it at a -2. I don't know. No exhausted cards. Now let's draw. We got a guts, and we'll get a resource. Ooh, we got a lucky. And a resource. She's about to get a ton of resources. Not a ton. She's going to get 2, I think, from this engaging. I think that's it. We go to the top of the round. We would put a Doom on, but that's going to be enough to advance. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. If the players have completed extracurricular activity, advance directly to Agenda 2B. If House Always Wins is the first scenario in the campaign, advance to Agenda 2A. So we have already done that, so I skip past 2A and just go to 2B. No, I didn't read the flavor text. Your questioning has drawn the attention of several men, hired thugs by the look of them. Francis doesn't want to be bothered, one of them says. We suggest you leave the premises before we force you to leave. You hear a crash from somewhere outside and screams of pain in the lounge. A terrible monstrosity smashes through the entrance to the club, crushing the stairwell and knocking over gangsters and patrons alike. Spawn a random enemy from the set-aside Hideous Abominations encounter set in the Clover Club Lounge. Uh-oh. Shuffle the rest of that encounter set. The set-aside Striking Fear encounter set and the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Move all investigators and unengaged enemies from La Bella Luna to the Clover Club Lounge. Remove La Bella Luna from the game. Okay. Bella Luna's out. Okay, so we have the abominations. Yes, so we have to get a random abomination. Zoe's about to be pretty engaged with enemies. Now let's take the middle one. It is a conglomeration of spheres. Monster abomination. She has a thing that impacts monsters. And then the rest of this and this striking fear in the discard pile need to be shuffled into here. Move all investigators and unengaged enemies from the Bella Luna to the Clovercup Lounge. Okay, we did that. All right, I want to make sure this gets shuffled up really good. So we do a pile shuffle. So we got a little bit more time in the first scenario before the abomination thing came out. And if we had done this one first, we would have got a little bit more time before these abominations came out also. What did I do with it? Oh, it's still up here. Spawn it at the sphere. So it's prey. It's lowest willpower. So that's also Rex. That's just who it goes towards, but I think it will still engage Zoe. She really needs an ally to soak up some of this damage. Okay, so that's done. Now, Chaos in the Clover Club. Amidst the chaos and confusion, the strange abominations attack everyone in the club. Screams echo throughout the halls as the blood begins to spray. At the start of the enemy phase, discard each criminal enemy at the same location as an abomination enemy. Oh. So the abomination will kill the criminals too. That's nice. Thank you very much, abomination. So far that's just advancing the agenda. Putting doom and advancing the agenda. Still got to do bad cards. Rex's bad card. Frozen in Fear. Put Frozen in Fear into play in your threat area. The first time you perform one of the following, either move, fight, or evade each round. It costs 1 additional action. Then your turn, test willpower 3. If you succeed, discard it. And, oh wait, hang on. These guys are no longer aloof, so they should be engaged with Zoe. Zoe's bad card is Frozen in Fear. Oh, her machete is not extra damage either because there's more than one enemy. Uh-oh. Okay. Those are our bad cards. Rex. Is Rex going to go first? I hate this treachery, this basic weakness, amnesia. It's pretty bad. I think he's going to investigate. And we're going to play deduction because we've got a couple of negatives. So we're base of 4. 5 with Dr. Milan Christopher. 6 to 1 is we're up 5, but minus 2, we're up 3. And investigation is not one of the Frozen in Fear things that cost an extra action. Okay, so we succeed. The deduction and his skill would get us both of these clues. Okay, deduction is discarded. And we succeed, so we get to discard Cursed Luck and discard Cursed Luck. I think I'm just going to draw cards. Dr. Milan Christopher gets me a resource, so I'll go from 3 to 4 because I successfully investigated. I'm going to draw cards. He's already got his weakness out. Inquiring Mind helps if only there's a clue at your location. Oh, I forgot about his actual curse. Put Rex's curse into play in your threat area. I forgot they have one, and they're basic. When you would succeed at a skill test, return the revealed chaos token to the bag and reveal a new chaos token. If this effect causes you to fail the test, shuffle Rex's curse into your deck. You succeeded a skill test, return the revealed chaos token to the bag and reveal a new chaos token. So we have to succeed and then fail in order to get rid of this. So if we succeed twice, it's still okay. And that's 2 cards drawn. Yeah, Rex is done. I did not want to move up and engage the thug because I have to go through here to get to these other back hall doorways. Now Zoe's turn. She's frozen in fear. I think it's okay though. So she's got her machete. Abandoned Thug is a fight of 4. She's at a 5 with her machete. I'm going to commit Unexpected Courage to this. To make her a 7 to 4, so she's up by 3. Oh wait, I forgot. When she was engaged by these 2 with her ability, she should have gotten 2 more resources. So she's actually sitting at 5 resources. I'm actually going to do something different. I'm going to evade the pit boss. I'm going to try this out. This could be a dumb mistake. The pit boss has a 3 and I have a 2. If I commit Unexpected Courage, that takes me to 4. But I have a lucky that can get me a +2 if I fail. So I'm up by 1. Oh, yes, I did it. So I evade the pit boss. He goes here. Now my machete will do 2 damage in 1 attack because I've got 1 action left. And I'm going to commit my other Unexpected Courage because I just want to make sure this guy goes. So it's 4, and I'm at 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, but I'm up by 3 again. Hey, another 0. He takes 2 damage because of my machete, because I'm only engaged with 1 enemy now. You know what I forgot to do over here? End of your turn, I got to do this test, and we've got this thing facing us too. Let me do hers first, and then I'll go back to him. So I test 3 willpower. She's got 4. We'll play guts. So we're up to 6 versus a test of 3. So we're up by 3. Hey, Elder Sign. Oh, but it's not an attack. But still, it's an Elder Sign. So her Frozen in Fear is gone. Now let's deal with his Frozen in Fear. We can't play this, but we can play Guts also over here. Oh, wait, you know what? She gets to draw a card. The ability on Guts, just in case you're unaware. This test is successful. Draw a card. Another lucky. That's nice. We're drawing our luckies over here, and we keep getting unlucky stuff for the completely thematic unlucky Rex Murphy. Okay, we're going to play Guts over here also. So that's 3, 4, 5 against the 3. And if we succeed, we have to draw again. Okay, we're up by 2. Yeah, we failed miserably. So Frozen in Fear just stays in play then. Yeah, Zoe had finished, right? Oh wait, what does this say? After investigating the Clover Club pit boss location gains a number of clues. Oh yeah, no, it was, if we damaged that was on the previous agenda, right? Okay, so we go to the enemy phase. Now there are no criminals at the start of the phase where the Abomination is. Abomination has the Hunter keyword. It moves here, and I think Prey is just who it moves towards, but it still engages. Prey, 17. I think I looked this up last time. Enemies are identified with the bold word Prey. If you have to automatically engage investigators, location has multiple options. No. Has a choice between multiple equal distance investigators. No. Yeah, I think it still engages. It's just who it goes towards. Yeah, okay, if it says only, it'll only move toward and engage that investigator and ignores all other investigators. So it does not say only. Okay, so he moved there. And will engage, right? Yeah, they move first and then they engage. So it will attack. The question is, do I want to avoid that attack? Because I have a dodge. I think I'm just going to take this one. So 1 and 1. The unfortunate thing is Machete's not going to do a ton of damage. After you perform an attack against the conglomeration of spheres using a melee card, discard the card. Uh-oh. That's okay. It's 4-1. She might not need to use her machete because she's not going to be alone because he's going to ready. Yeah. Okay, I think that's it. So we ready. And we ready. And he decides to come play. And we draw and get resources. Emergency cash. See, we need to build up our hand. We've got all kinds of resources to spend with our higher education. That stupid amnesia. That might not have been the best play. Overpower is good. We're going to go from 5 to 6. Actually, she just got engaged by 2 more enemies, so she should have 2 more resources. She has a ton of resources too. That's okay. We can spend our dodges and our luckies and all that wonderful stuff. Okay, we're reset. So let's put a doom and do bad cards. Rex's card. Twist of Fate, reveal a random token from the bag. So this is either going to be a damage or some horror. I try to put it way off to the side so you guys can see what I'm drawing. Okay, so I drew a 0. And I'm going to guess a 0 is not a positive number in the universe of maths. So that's a damage. We cannot put it on the good doctor. Okay, her bad card. Oh, Twist of Fate. It's the exact same card. It's the exact same card. How many times I pull the same card 2 times in a row? It's crazy town. She draws a positive number. Doesn't take any damage. All right. It's my turn. I hate to just draw cards, but let me do Zoe's turn first and see where things are at. She's going to be locked in with this conglomeration of spheres for a while because his evade is a 4. Just attack him 3 times because he's going to kill the pit boss at the start of the enemy phase. At the start of the enemy phase, discard each criminal enemy in the same location as an abomination enemy. He just gets discarded. I don't think he counts as being defeated for the victory points. And I don't have enough to defeat him. I can't do enough damage. Yeah, so I guess we're going to attack the spheres. This is where we should have 45. We could have gotten rid of this thing in 3 attacks. So our first attack, it's 4 to 1. We're up by 3 because we don't get the +1 from this. Yeah, up by 3. -4. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to lucky that. Probably should be saving those, but my hand's getting kind of full anyway. So that makes it actually succeed. We'll attack again at +3, Elder Sign, Tentacles, automatic fail. That throws off my curve of getting this finished in 2 rounds. And +3, so finish +2. That's Zoe. Oh, Rex, what? This guy. I mean, I could go there and try to evade him, but the stupid Frozen in Fear. Oh no, the first move would cost me 2, but then I evade him, he's just going to engage me anyway. This Frozen in Fear is bad news. Rex's Curse isn't making any friends either. I think I'm just going to draw cards so that I can spend resources to get rid of this Frozen in Fear with higher education. So first action is to draw. We got Professor Warren Rice. You get +1 book. After you discover the last remaining clue in your location, exhaust him to draw a card. He can take some hits. That's 1. Second action, another Inquiring Mind, but there's no clues here. And the third card. Third action is to draw again, another Emergency Cash. It's the end of his turn. We've got 5 cards in hand. We're 3 to 3. He's going to spend 2 resources to get +4 from higher education. So he's 7 to 3. And with Rex's Curse, we have to do this twice. So we're up by 4. Oh. Bad timing. Oh, man. This is like quintessential Arkham Horror. So we go to the enemy phase. So start of the enemy phase, Clover Club Pit Boss gets discarded. So I guess he goes in there. Maybe he'll come back later. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm going to do because it says discard the criminal. Now, Hunter's Hunt. Hunter is already engaged. Engaged enemies attack. Sphere attacks. I think we're just going to take it because it's only 1 in 1. Yes. And now we reset. Draw. Perception. Got a whole bunch of stuff to help us find clues, but we are not able to get to where we need to look for clues. Physical training. Okay, top of the next round. Add Doom, bad cards. Dissonant voices, you cannot play assets or events. Man, what are we gonna do? I can't play assets or events. Maybe I just draw cards, find some more stuff to play. Maybe I'll draw something that will get me past this guy. Okay, Zoe's bad card is another Twist of Fate. Come on. Elder sign or a positive number. Is 0 a positive number? Man, should I Google this? Hey Siri, is 0 a positive number?
According to Wikipedia.org, 0 is defined as neither negative nor positive.
It's neither negative or positive. Thank you, Wikipedia and Siri. All right, so that's a damage. Okay, that's bad cards. It's my turn. Oh, man. If I damage, I could attack again and use the machete. It's going to go away, but then I have no weapon. I'm going to try it. We're going to do it. So it's 4-1, up by 3. Okay, we still succeed. That's a -2. That's a damage. Second action, same thing, up by 3. No! Lucky's going. That gives me a +2. So that makes me 6-1 up by 5. This makes it still up by 1. Man, that -4 has been coming out like crazy. I much would have preferred to save that for this machete attack because my machete is going to go away. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play Overpower. Gives me 2 more fist combat points. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7 to 1. I'm up by 6. Up by 6. +1. Okay, so I have to discard Machete. It is a melee card, but it gave me +1 damage, which I think is worth it. So we discard this. I'm going to spend a resource to play If It Bleeds. Oh, actually, wait, before I do this, I got to finish out my Overpower. I was successful, so I get to draw a card. Prepared for the worst. Search the top 9. Yes. Of your deck to look for a weapon asset. Yes. Thank you. Now, If It Bleeds. Play after you defeat a monster enemy. Each investigator your location heals horror equal to that enemy's horror value. And it was a 1. So we heal 1 horror. That's a fast card, doesn't require an action or anything. So Zoe attacked 3 times, she's done. I know we're running out of time over there, but I can't engage over here. So I think I'm just going to draw cards again. Guts. Mind over matter. Now he can actually do something. Use his book value in place of his combat. Until the end of the round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 8 cards already. With 2 emergency caches, I've got Professor Warren can soak more damage. I don't think I need Dr. Milan Christopher anymore, so his third action actually is going to be to spend 3 resources to bring out Professor Warren, and then Dr. Milan Christopher goes away. Okay, enemy phase. The abomination is gone. Hunters would hunt. No hunters. Enemies would attack, and then we reset. And we draw. When do you check? At the end. Okay, so we draw. Got a hyper awareness. And resource 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we're going to dump one of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we're going to dump one of these inquiring minds because there has to be a clue at your location. We're getting low on the clue locations. That's going to go away. Oh, I forgot to do this. Dang it. That's not in our hand yet. This wasn't our hand, but it's not like we can use it. Oh, we got a guts. Good. Okay, so we're going to play guts. So it's 3, 4, 5 to 3, 5 to 3. I'm going to spend a resource. I had 1 left to add 2. So 7 to 3. We're up by 4, and we got to pass twice. I guess if I don't, that goes away. So up by 4. Okay, we passed once. We got to put it back. Rex's Curse. This is -3. If you succeed, gain 3 resources. Sweet, and I was up by 4. Good choice. Okay, so that goes away. I gain 3 resources from the hooded figure thingy. From my guts card, I draw a card, actually. So then my draw for the turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My draw for the turn is shortcut. Choose investigator at your location, move that investigator to a connecting location, which is a fast card. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I only have 8 cards because I played the guts. I don't have to discard. I think I got that right. She still has to draw and get her resource. Draw. Dynamite Blast. Yes, that's happening, ladies and gentlemen. That's happening. Well, maybe we'll have to see what happens when I get to the top of around here. So, Doom. Rex's card. Oh, no. No assets or events. But I can still use skills. I can still use skills. Okay, Zoe's card is Swarm of Rats. Stupid rats. Okay, so Zoe's turn then. Stupid rats. It's gonna be an attack on the rats. She got engaged by an enemy, so she gets a resource. Oh, do I want to use physical? No, I'm up by 3. Okay, I succeed. They only got 1 hit point, so they're gone. That's 1 action. Second action, I'm going to spend 5 resources to throw my dynamite at a connecting location. It does 3 damage. So boom. Thug exploded. Next action will be prepared for the worst. Or do I move? No, I want to well, I can't get the weapon out now. Can I? I'm going to do it. Prepared for the worst. No, I get to draw a card at the end of the turn, so maybe this should be the first thing I do on a turn, as long as I don't have an enemy. That's what I was going to do, but that rat came. I'll move. Man, is that dumb? Well, like I said, it's not like I could get the weapon out now anyway, so either way, if I draw a bad guy, I would be engaged if I had the weapon in my hand or if I was here, right? Okay, that's her turn. Now the path is clear for Rex, who cannot play assets or events, but he can play skills. Okay, so 1, we just go here to the middle for 2. Art Gallery. After you fail a skill test while investigating the art gallery, lose 2 resources. And this has a victory of 1. Oh, so did the back alley. That's nice. Another experience point. So move for 2. We need 2 clues here. So this must be the VIP location. Exotic art and antiques adorn the walls of Peter Clover's private gallery. An evening breeze rustles the worn pages of a ledger back and forth. Our third action, we're going to investigate. And we're going to play Inquiring Minds. So we've got 4, 5, 8. There are clues, so we can play it. So it's 8 to 2. We're up by 6. Oh, I can't play events. Up by 6. Got to pass twice. Okay. Now with the curse, we put it back. Okay, so we succeed in doing it. We succeed by more than 2, so we get both of the clues. We can exhaust Professor Warren Rice to draw a card. Search for the truth. Draw X cards, where X is the number of clues on Rex Murphy to a maximum of 5. Oh, so this would be really good after Amnesia if we had a bunch of clues to help refuel higher education. 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8 cards. But we're done. So we need 4 clues, but we have to get to the VIP area. Are we already in the VIP area? I'm not sure, because it said something about behind the darkened hall was the VIP. We'll see. I'll see what this thing says here. Actually, at the end of the round, this goes away. Right? End of the round, not the end of the turn. Okay, so there's no enemies on the board. To draw and get our Old Book of Lore. Exhaust Old Book of Lore. Choose investigate your location and investigator. Search the top 3 cards of his or her deck for a card, draws it, and shuffles the remaining cards into his or her deck. So we just look at the top 3 and get a card. What are we going to get rid of? I like Hyper Awareness because it has an evasion on it to play. I think Emergency Cash over here. Overpower. Man, we're getting down to almost guaranteed weakness time for Zoe. All right, we're at 4 out of 7. Bad card for Rex. Rodden remains. Test willpower 3. Horror for each point you fail by. There's no clues as it'll at his location. I want to use shortcut. I think I'll boost with Old Book of Lore. Oh, the round did finish. Yep. So that gives me 4. It's 4 to 3. Each one you fail by. He has to draw twice, though. I'm going to spin one with higher education because I've got more than 5 cards to give him +2. So it's 6 versus 3. -4. I fail by 1. Take a horror. Zoe's bad card is the same thing. Everybody saw me pile shuffle. Currently at 4 versus 3. She can't take a lot of horror damage. I mean, I guess I could put that on the professor, right? What am I thinking? We use physical training to make it 5 versus 3. Okay, so I was up by 2. That means it's a success. No horror taken. All right. our turn. I'll go with Rex. 1, 2. Yeah, VIP area. Where in the VIP area, you cannot draw cards or gain resources during the upkeep phase. Okay. 2 clues. It's a shroud of 3. Only investigators in the VIP area may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance. So I want those for the victory point. So I'm actually going to, with his last action, investigate. So we'll play Inquiring Minds. So I'm at 4, 5, 8 to 3. Eight to 3. Okay, Rex's Curse, I gotta put it back and draw again. Okay, so 7 to 3, we succeed by 4, which is more than 2. We'll take these 2. Then I'm gonna spend 4. To advance the act. I should exhaust and draw a card as well. Might end over matter in case I gotta fight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. If the players have not completed extracurricular activity, what we have. If the players have completed extracurricular activity, the VIP rooms are filled with the mangled and bloody bodies of unfortunate patrons. There doesn't appear to be any trace of Dr. Morgan. You hear screaming and gunfire from the main area of the club. Put the set-aside Peter Clover into play in the Clover Club bar. Okay, so the set-aside Peter Clover. At the start of the enemy phase, if no investigator controls Peter Clover, deal 1 damage to him. Exhaust Peter Clover. Automatically evade a criminal enemy in your location. Clover Club bar. Search the encounter deck or out of play for an abomination enemy and spawn it in the Clover Club bar. Advance to Act 3A. So it just says, search the encounter deck for an abomination enemy. Servant of the Lurker. I think we'll go with the spheres again, because I'm about to get a gun. And spawn it in the bar. So he's not quite gonna get there in 1 turn. Is Peter gonna die? Okay, so we move on to Act 3. With or without Dr. Morgan, you have to get out of here fast. While Dr. Morgan is not controlled by a player, he gains parlay. Wait, what? Oh, that's all in. We're supposed to go to fold. There's 2 different Act 3As. Okay. Free drinks for whoever gets me the hell out of here, a man exclaims from the bar. While Peter Clover is not controlled by a player, he gains parlay. Test 3 willpower to convince him to follow you. If you succeed, place 1 clue from the token bank on him. If there are 1 times number of investigator clues on Peter Clover, take control of him. If each undefeated investigator has resigned, advance. So we have to go out the back alley, is what it's telling me, I guess. Because the other resign was on the La Luna restaurant thingamajigger. Oh, we've only got 3 rounds. At the start of the enemy phase, discard each criminal enemy in the same location as an abomination enemy. So does Peter Clover just go away automatically? That doesn't seem right. Because he's a criminal. At the start of the enemy phase. So if I'm in Agenda 3, does he just gets discarded right away? I might have to throw in a cut here and try to see if this is on one of the forums. I'll be right back. Okay, no, Peter Clover is not an enemy. He's an asset. So the abomination will not the agenda, because there's an abomination and a criminal, he's not a criminal enemy, he's a criminal asset. So. So all that thinking I did last turn about drawing the weapon or moving, I should have stayed up there. I got to do the extra damage though, so or do I? 1, 2, 3, 4. Could I absorb 4 attacks of opportunity? 1, 2, 3. No. Yeah, okay, so 1 resource for our first action to search the top 9 cards of our deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We want the 45, and we don't have enough resources to play it. Machete does us nothing. And that was the 9th card, too. I guess I could have used Machete against that other abomination, and it had fewer hit points. Emergency cash, I guess, for our second action. Which is 3 resources for a total of 6, and then my third is going to be play 45. Okay. I think that's it. This is actually a hunter. So our turn is over. It will hunt. But there's nobody to attack. So now we reset. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And a resource. Resource and a card. Evidence. Now I gotta put some ammo on my 45. Okay. Top of the round. That's 5 out of 7. Bad cards. Rex's bad card. Cursed luck. Zoe's bad card. Oh, are you kidding me? Stupid rats. It's not that bad, I guess. All right, so she's going to fight the rats. Not using her 45, just punching the rats. At a +3. Just a +3. Okay. Second action will be to move here. That brings him. She gets a resource. Oh wait, she should be up 2 resources because the rat engaged her and this engaged her because of her ability. Second action was to move there. Third action, we will shoot with the gun. It's 5-1. She's up by 4. So I think only the tentacles will fail her. This is -2. You can spend 2 resources to treat as a token. No, so that's fine. But the 45 does 2 damage. So that's her. Rex is going to go 1, 2, and then he's going to play this event. It's a fast event play during his turn that allows him to choose an investigator at his location. He's going to choose himself and move here. So that's free. Now he can parlay against a 3 willpower. He's got nothing that can help with willpower except search for the truth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It has 1 wild on it, which we're just going to spend. That makes him a 4-3. He's going to use higher education. That's 6-3. That leaves 2 tokens in the bag. We got to draw twice. Oh, and this is another -1. So we'll spend another 1. So that's 4, 5. It's 8. With this makes it 7-3. We're up by 4. up by 4 Elder Sign. But because of his curse, I have to draw again. Still up by 4. And this is -2. So we succeed by 2. That gets discarded. We put 1 clue here. At the start of each enemy phase. I forgot to damage Peter at the start of the last enemy phase when the abomination hunted. That's Rex. I don't think this is possible. 2, 3, 4. We need one more round. I don't think it's possible. Or we need to draw another shortcut or something. I wonder. One action. No, I don't think it's possible. We've only got 3 actions left. Okay, so we go to the enemy phase. It's not controlled by a character. One, two. Engage. There's no other place where we can resign, right? If each undefeated investigator has resigned, advance. No. Shoot. Okay, so that's going to attack. Just take it. I'm playing through in my head. Was there a way to do this? But I don't think there was. Okay, let's reset. There's no more enemies on the board. And we draw. So resource and draw. Dr. Christopher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Flashlight. We go from 5 to 6. Top of the turn. We're at 6 out of 7. Rex being stuck here with that stupid guy. We could have probably beaten it. Okay, Rex's bad card. Oh no. It's the other abomination. Is that a blessing in disguise? I have to play it out. Zoe's card is Rousing Suspicions. Place 1 doom on each criminal. There are no criminals at my location, so I lose 2 resources. It's our turn. I'm going to parlay. Take the attack of opportunity. Man, am I seriously going to be 1 action short? Oh, you know what? This may have just become amazing. Okay. I'm going to do the parlay and spend 2 resources with higher education. It's 7 to 3. I'm up by 4. I take the attack of opportunity. All that damage is going to go on the professor. Professor's gone. No! No, no, no! I'm doing it again. And I'm taking the damage from the attack of opportunity. Okay, I was up by 4, but Rex's curse, I got to do it again. This is the game right here. So our second action. -3. So our second action gets us our second clue on Peter Clover. We need 2 clues in order to take control of him. We've got 1 action left. No! We've got no asset, or we've got no resources. No! I needed that to succeed on the first try. Oh, I needed that to succeed on the first try. I could have played elusive. Disengage from each enemy engaged with you and move to a revealed location with no enemies. I could have moved all the way from here to here and resigned. So instead, for my last trick, oh man, that's terrible. I had a way, because then I was just going to move. Oh no, she can't take 3 attacks of opportunity. I still wouldn't have made it. Zoe would not have made it out. Okay, so let's try to evade this guy. It's 3 to 2. I'll commit hyper awareness for 1, so that makes it 4. Up by 2. And one of the mind over matters, so I'm up by 3. So close, I got so close. Up by 3. That's a -2, so it succeeds, but I gotta put it back because of his curse. I'm up by 3. This is -3. If you succeed, gain 3 resources. So he was evaded. I just don't want the attack. I know he's going to re-engage me, but that's fine. Everything's fine. We'll play out Zoe's turn just for fun. Yeah, she can't move quick enough. We'll fight once. It's 5-1, so we're up by 4. Okay, that's 2 damage from our 45. And we'll fight again. Up by 4. That's -3, gain 3. And her next action would be to go here. So they're done and done. Hunters would hunt. Enemies attack. And we ready. He readies and engages. Okay. Resource card is a laboratory assistant. And his card is a machete. Her card, I mean, sorry. Top of the round is the 7th Doom. As the strange abominations continue to rampage through the club, the building's foundations shake and tremble. You flee toward the exit, but you're caught in the collapsing rubble as the club is destroyed. So that's probably going to be some damage. It says R4, resolution 4. You're pulled from the debris by several firefighters, one of whom exclaims, "We've got a live one," and a few of them patch you up, and the cops ask you what happened. You're certain they wouldn't believe your story about horrible monstrosities demolishing the building from within. Unsure of what to say, you give a vague statement about not remembering much. "We're bringing you to St. Mary's," one of the nurses says, pointing to a nearby ambulance. Knowing now how dire the situation is, you slip away while she is distracted by something else in the rubble. In your campaign log, record that the O'Banion gang has a bone to pick with the investigators. In your campaign log, record that Dr. Francis Morgan was kidnapped. If any player cheated, add a tentacly, or like a gas mask thing, chaos token to the chaos bag. We did not cheat. Each investigator suffers a physical trauma. In your campaign log, record the investigators were unconscious for several hours. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X, and each investigator earns 1 experience as he or she reflects on the night's events. If this scenario is the first scenario, go to scenario 1A, but it's not. Otherwise, proceed to interlude 1, Armitage's fate. Check the campaign log. If the investigators were unconscious for several hours, read Armitage's fate 1, which we were. Yes. Fate 1. You're more than a little rattled by your experiences in the university and the Clover Club. You're not sure what to make of whoever or whatever was after Rice and Morgan. Worried about Dr. Armitage, you swiftly make your way back to his home. When you arrive, you find that the latches of his front door have been busted open, and his living area and study have been ransacked. Dr. Armitage is nowhere to be found. Searching his home, you find a journal the intruders didn't steal tucked beneath several other documents in the bottom drawer of Armitage's desk. The journal appears to be written in a strange language you cannot decode, using a script you've never seen in your entire life. Fortunately, it seems Dr. Armitage had already gone through the trouble of translating it into English. Apparently, it belongs to one Wilbur Whatley. The journal, along with Armitage's many notes, tells a startling tale, one you would scarcely believe had it not been for your harrowing experiences earlier tonight. In your campaign log, record that Dr. Henry Armitage was kidnapped. Each investigator earns 2 bonus experience as reading Wilbur's journal gives them insight into the hidden world of the mythos. The story continues in Scenario 2, the Miskatonic Museum. Okay, I will record all this stuff in the log, clean this up, and spend some experience points. It was so close. We were so close, I think. Like I said, that delay with that guy here and me not having, if I had just had one of these mind over matters in my hand, or even this elusive in my hand when that guy was out, would have been fine. So anyway, there you have it. The other beginning scenario for the Dunwich Legacy. I like that you can play either of these first or second, that they have different paths depending upon which one you decide to play first or second. That's neat. They like went straight away to that new way of playing right after the core box. So this is cool because this is the first cycle that came out right after the core box. Okay, I hope you're enjoying this playthrough of Dunwich Legacy and all the other series on the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.